My daughter asked for a desk for her room, but I didn't want to give her some flimsy flat pack desk from the big box store. I wanted to build her something solid, something that will hold up to homework, crafts, and everything else life throws at it. It might look like this now, but it all started with a single sheet of plywood and a plan. Let's build this thing. Now that I've got all the boards cut to size for the desk, I need to go ahead and make the joinery cuts. I've got 3 dados I need to cut and 2 rabbets. I need to get the dado stack installed in the table saw and get going on those cuts. It's time to put the 2 rabbets on the sideboards. I've added a sacrificial fence to my table saw, and I've also put this extra board here to give me more support as I'm sliding the piece through the saw. I've decided to make this a bit more challenging for myself as well. One of the rabbets only needs to come 16 inches down the board, so I've added a line to my sacrificial fence as well as the line on the board. When those 2 lines meet, it's time to stop the cut. Let's go ahead and get started on this. This top back panel for the back of the desk will slide perfectly into the 16-inch partial rabbet that I put in and fit nice and flush there. That way none of the unfinished edge of the plywood will be showing on the side of the desk, and I won't have to worry about finishing that off. It's finally time to do some assembly. I'm going to work on the right side drawer tower first, and I'm using Titebond 2 extended wood glue. That's going to give me a little bit more working time so I can get everything aligned and clamped properly before the glue starts to set. You know what'd be super nice? A bigger table saw, because I'm not going to be too happy if I screw up this last piece of plywood. Cross your fingers. Now it's time to clean up the edges of this plywood top. I ripped some poplar down to the same width. I'm going to glue and clamp it on using blue tape. That'll bring our plywood top up to its final dimensions, as well as clean up all 4 of those edges. Let's get gluing. I've got 2 more things I need to do before I can install the trim on the front of the desk. I need to cut a hole in the top of the desk so I can install this power module. I also need to cut the shelf that's going to go into these dados on the side of the desk. The first thing I'm going to tackle is getting this hole in the top of the desk. I need a hole that's slightly larger than 3 inches. There's a lot of different ways you could do that, including using a 3-inch hole saw or using a jigsaw to cut that hole. But I went ahead and 3D printed a jig that I can use with a flush trim bit in my router. I'm going to go ahead and drill out the center of that and then use the router to route the rest of the hole out. I'm going to attach this jig to the top of the desk using some 2-sided tape. Then I'll use the drill to clear out some of that wood from the middle and then come back with the flush trim bit in the router to clean up the edges of that hole. So I've got the main structure done. It's solid, it's square, and it's starting to look like a real piece of furniture, not some flat pack thing from the big box store. But we're just getting started. Next up, the drawers. And I've got a plan for those that's going to make this desk a lot more functional. So click right up here and let's keep building.